We're going to talk about the latest news regarding our Detroit Lions. We're going to go over PFF showing some love to some of our players, power rankings, Pro Bowl voting, and Lions and Bills. A lot of good stuff for you folks today. But before we get into today's video, if you think it's a sound and smart idea to take a toothpick and jab it in your eye to see what would happen, go ahead and subscribe to my channel because we talk all things Detroit Lions news and rumors. And sometimes being a Lions fan, feel like you can lose sight. Also, take that like button with you and let that bad boy get poked. Let's get into today's Lions news. Jamal Williams wants some help, and we as Lions fans, we need to give it to him right now. Jamal Williams is wanting to go to the Pro Bowl, and the Pro Bowl voting has begun. Jamal Williams done a great job this year with 12 touchdowns, being a player for the Lions to rely on in the run game. He's on his way to 1,000 yards. He tweeted out, let's get this man to the Pro Bowl. So how do you go do it? Just go to NFL.com and vote for Jamal Williams to be that man to make the Pro Bowl. Talk a little bit here about the Lions and Bills. Again, the Lions are major underdogs in this game. We are plus 10. Favorite, obviously, is the Bills at negative 11. Over-under is 54. I think the Lions can cover, and I think I would take the over on this. So go to chatsports.com/LionsBet. Put in the promo code LIONS125. You get a 125% deposit bonus. Make a little bit of money. Bet on the over and bet on the Lions to cover because that is a ridiculous number at 10. 19 away from 28,100 subscribers. Hit that subscribe button. You don't miss out on the latest news and rumors regarding our Detroit Lions. Let's go ahead and look at some power rankings right now. Last week, the Detroit Lions were in the doghouse for some of these power rankings. USA Today, 22nd last week. Lions move up 19th this week. Yahoo Sports, they didn't like the Lions at all at 27. We move up to 20 this week, plus 7 there. The Athletic, 23rd last week, 17 now, plus 6. Sporting News, 24th last week, 19th now, plus 5. NFL.com, a little bit of moving here from 21 to 18. CBS Sports, still a little bit rough on the Lions, 26th to 20th. ESPN's been the absolute worst. They had us last week at 29th, which I thought is absolutely ridiculous. We move up 6 spots to 23, and the Ringer at 21. What do you guys think the Lions should be at? Put it in the comment section. Make this a pinned comment for the Lions as well. Where do you have the Lions in the power rankings? We're also getting some love from PFF. That is Aleem McNeill. Aleem McNeill was named PFF's Defensive Player of the Week. And look, we can always talk about, is PFF, do they got their numbers right? Do they got them wrong? I always believe, again, it's like a presidential poll. You put all of these stats together from different sites, and you kind of put the middle there. But I cannot argue with this because Aleem McNeill was an absolute beast on Sunday. He is the reason, one of the reasons we won this game. He was the guy who stopped Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley had 15 touches for 22 yards rushing. Aleem McNeill was an absolute monster on that defensive line and helped out the rest of the defensive line. So I absolutely 100% agree with PFF making him Defensive Player of the Week. He was balling, and he balled out, and he deserves the recognition. He was just on a different level. I don't know what he was on. I don't know what he was smoking, but I absolutely loved it, and I am happy that he's getting recognition for the play on the field that he brought to this football team. PFF goes on, and this is what they said. McNeill was a consistent presence in the Giants' backfield in Week 11. He recorded 10 total pressures, the most by an interior defender in a single game this season, and a 31% pass rush win rate en route to a 90.7 pass rush grade. Hey, and I tell you what, those numbers do not seem unrealistic because he was exactly that. I mean, what you saw with the numbers matched what you saw with your eye test, that he was an absolute monster in the backfield. I mean, he was disrupted, just absolutely disrupting against everybody in there. And we have an opportunity to have that performance again by Aleem McNeil because we're going against a really good team in the Buffalo Bills. They got a hell of an offense, good offensive line, and a damn good quarterback. So I'm going to ask you guys a question, and I want your realistic answer here. I got my breakdown happening of Lions and Bills tomorrow, and I'm going to tell you what I think. But I want to know what you guys think right now. Who do you got in this game? Do you got the Lions? Put DET in the comment section. Do you have the Buffalo Bills winning on Thanksgiving? Put BUF. Big time question. I want your legitimate answers on this bad boy. I can't wait for you guys to see my breakdown tomorrow where you get to see what I think. Guess what? We have another player that was given some recognition here, folks. That was Aiden Hutchinson. He was nominated for Rookie of the Week for the third time. Aiden Hutchinson was an absolute baller, absolute player, disruptor on the defensive line. Obviously, he had that interception where he was watching the eyes of Daniel Jones, made a great read, picked it off. Great. He's consistently following everybody where the football's at, and that resulted him in recovering a fumble when it got knocked out. Aiden Hutchinson is a beast, and he deserves to be Rookie of the Week. I think he's going to get it. He's nominated. Love the recognition that he's acquiring right now from the NFL. And look, Greedy Williams up there with Defensive Player of the Year. Aiden Hutchinson's right there. Right now, he's got the same amount of interceptions as Greedy Williams. He's been a disruptor. He's just getting better every single week. Aiden Hutchinson deserves to be Rookie of the Week, and I think right now he deserves to be Defensive Player of the Year. It's a good battle, though, with him and Greedy Williams because they're both really special players. But right now, you got to give it to – I'm giving it to Aiden Hutchinson. This guy is just – he's everything that you wanted with the second pick in the draft. And considering the fact that he's an edge rusher with the same amount of interceptions as Greedy Williams, a corner, that's the tiebreaker if you ask me. It really is. There's a mock draft done by Fan Nation All Lions. I want to show you who they got and why they picked it. First off, the first pick they have with pick 6 in round 1 is the great, and I mean great, defensive tackle Jalen Carter out of Georgia. Now, last year, if he was to come out, if he was able to be in the draft, I think he's the first pick in the draft if we're talking about players from Georgia. And they had some good players over there. I mean, their defense was all worldly. This guy, I think, would go number 1 in last year's draft. The guy is sound on all fronts. He sure is. And the Lions hit with their 2022 addition to the defensive front with Aiden Hutchinson, but he's not going to need some more help for this Lions defense to turn things around. Writer Kyle Krabs explained, how about a freakish hybrid player that could play all on the front to pair with Hutchinson and help carve out clear identity for the Lions up front, much like the offense has done with, obviously, the trenches. Look, I'm not going to cry at all if the Lions got Jalen Carter. To me, I love what Will Anderson's doing, but I have now put Jalen Carter as my number 1 prospect in this year's draft. And guess what? It's a position of need at defensive tackle. If you have Jalen Carter, Romeo Okwara, Aiden Hutchinson, Joshua Pascal, the commish, and we're not 100% sure what's going on with Levi, we have the 2014 defensive line, where we had one of the best defenses in the NFL. I think this would be a home run pick. And we're talking about with the Rams pick. If the Lions got Jalen Carter, I'm not going to cry at all. Not going to do it. I think this is a fantastic pick from All Lions Fan Nation. I love it. We do need I do want a quarterback. But at the same time, if you feel that there's not one available at pick 6, you don't force the pick. I'm always in agreement with that. And right now, if you're picking 6, I do not believe that you're going to get a quarterback of Bryce Young or CJ Stroud. I think they're gone probably 1 and 2. I would love Jalen Carter if those guys are gone. And hell, I may take him over him. That's just how damn good he is. The next pick from All Lions Fan Nation is a fantastic pick. I love this pick because we do need help in the secondary. And at pick 13, the Lions pick currently Joey Porter Jr., corner, Penn State. This guy's he's a dog. Imagine having him with Jeffrey Okudah and Jerry Jacobs. This Lions defense is nearly complete. It is. You would talk about, okay, corner. This is your cornerback room. Jerry Jacobs, okay. Jeffrey Okudah, he's looking really good. Joey Porter Jr., Tracy Walker, Kirby Joseph. Defensive line fixed. Secondary fixed. We still have some issue with linebacker, but guess what? You have more picks in this draft. And they could trade up. They very well could. And to fix that spot. Or they could pick up a guy in free agency like a Roquan Smith. This defense would be hella scary. And this is the reason why the Lions snagged interior defender earlier in the NFL mock draft with Carter. But now they get a chance to grab an elite athlete in perimeter to help this defense out. Joey Porter Jr. has the length, physicality, and man cover skills to pair with Jeff Okudah to give the Lions a duo in the back end to go with the new duo in the front end. This is absolute awesome mock draft right here. I really, truly do like it. I think it is a fantastic mock draft. And if you could get these two players, the Lions defense is sound. I always say best player available. This guy's a stud. He's absolutely a stud, and I like him. There's some good corners in this year's draft, and I think he can help the Lions out for sure. So I like the draft picks here. Put in the comment section what do you think about this draft. Let me know. Follow me on all social media sites right here on the board. And again, tomorrow I got my Lions and Bills breakdown video. Can't wait to reveal it to you guys. With that said, adios.